Taiwanese would be so crazy about food, and
When we are planning a trip, we're choosing some places to go, right? But when Taiwanese people plan a trip, they plan some restaurants they're going to visit.
I think it kind of changes as well, because now when we go somewhere, it's like, okay, we have to find the best restaurant while we're there.
今天要跟我法国的朋友们拍一个访问，他们两个真的非常厉害的人，他们已经出过80个多国家旅行，他们有非常的多经验。那他们现在来台湾学中文跟旅行，他们两个人还会讲4个语言，他们现在也学中文，然后也可以看看他们中文的程度怎么样。我今天要跟他们见面，问他们很多不一样跟台湾有关的问题。他们两个都是法国人，我们刚来台湾的时候，我们有拍过别的影片。我们今天谈了谈他们在台湾去哪里，他们在台湾吃什么，他们在台湾的经验。Рад вас приветствовать снова на канале. Я знаю, что вы уже начали учить китайский. 你们可以介绍自己。
我是 Steven， 我是法国人，我是来台湾11个月。
搬到的时候，我们开始学中文，所以我们学中文那个是还没有那么好的，
比俄文差。
对。
How many languages can you speak?
So it depends if we include Mandarin, there will be 6.
Will be 6 with Mandarin.
6 languages.
Yeah.
How did you learn Chinese? Tell us some tips.
First of all, I think the main difference with other foreigners is we don't go to language schools. Most of the time we use like language apps.
Basically, just all learn by ourselves, and then we try to practice as much as we can at work with friends when basically going out, like just try to surround ourselves with like Mandarin speakers.
Yeah.
So we have no choice but to speak the language,
Nice.
which is always very hard and very tiring at first, but after some time you get used to the flow, and you just get more and more words coming in that you hear every day, and just get better at it.
Are you satisfied with your results now?
To be honest,
No, really. I think it's not only Chinese is a very hard language, as you know, but also because of the pandemic, it feels like we had like 4 months cut off of our progress. So we had the same level in other languages after like maybe 7-8 months.
yeah. So it's a bit slower than other languages.
Yeah, like because of the pandemic, like we got like way less time and way more.
Less chances to
Yeah.
practice with people.
You told me that you're going to leave Taiwan soon, right?
Yeah, probably in a month.
It's going to be our last video, and now we can just talk about the experiences in Taiwan. What was the best place you visited in Taiwan?
I mean,
I
I
think
we have the same #1 spot.
Lanyu.
Lanyu was such a different experience. Like it feels like you're really far from pretty much everything else you know. It's like a pretty small island that it's like full of nature, like full of high mountains. Like if you compare to the next island, which is Lutao, which is also very nice, but it's even though it's pretty close, it's a whole lot different. It feels like Jurassic Park to some extent.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw the intro to Jurassic Park with like the big green mountains. It looks like that, and it's the culture is also very, very different. It's like very Aboriginal culture.
I haven't been there yet.
think
I'd
it's-
like to go there one day.
If I had to suggest one island when you're going to Taiwan, it could be that one, Lanyu.
Okay, this is your place, and Steve?
So we've been all around Taiwan, and I think there's one thing I really loved is when you drive on the coast from Taitung to Hualien. The coast is really, really beautiful.
This road is amazing.
Yeah,
I know.
this road is
the whole
it's
road
really
is-
amazing.
is-
Yeah.
yeah,
But
really.
the most impressive thing we had, I think, in a whole year in Taiwan, that would be when we saw the blue tears, the Lanyanlei in Matsu.
It's just such a unique experience that you can only see, because you can see pictures with like the blue and everything, but it's not just that. It's like it follows like the movement of the waves. Actually, when at night, there was a lot of them, and because the sea wasn't like too harsh, we even got the chance to swim inside of it, and it basically like the thing is like they don't light up until there's like movement, until they get scared. If you don't do anything in the water, nothing happens. But as soon as you take a swim, everything lights up blue, like glowing blue around you. You feel like a superhero for a second. You have to see it by yourself. There's no way to describe it.
I'd like to ask you, is there any place you didn't like, or is there any place you would avoid visiting?
I guess the West Coast.
The West Coast, I think.
West Coast is kind of boring, I think. Like this part, like Yunlin and like Miaoli.
Yeah, it's like only
Hsinchu. Regular cities. I think all cities in Taiwan pretty much look the same.
Yeah, cities, especially on the West Coast, they are all pretty repetitive. And cities, like the buildings, all
Even
look
the
the
food,
same.
I think that even the food doesn't change that much
Yeah.
from a city to another, except for Tainan.
It's interesting to know you visit 80 countries, you visit like more than 50 countries, right? What did you learn about this local culture? What did you learn about Taiwanese culture?
First of all, I didn't expect Taiwanese people to be that superstitious.
Oh, really?
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
They believe in ghosts, and if you do this, then this would happen. Or when you go to the temples, I know they have like temples where they pray to find like a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like this. So I was pretty impressed by that. They have a lot of things that have different meanings, and I think unless you're Taiwanese, it's difficult to understand all of them unless you grew up here. Like you eat different food, and this means this. Like for example, during the Mid-Autumn Festival, you eat like the pomelo.
Yeah, I didn't think Taiwanese would be so crazy about food, and like food is like related to pretty much everything. Holidays, it's food.
Oh yeah.
Meeting friends, it's food. It's like food is like omnipresent, way more than in any other country. I was very surprised about that.
Yeah.
Like when you start a conversation with someone you don't know, like after like the first 4 questions, oh, have you tried this in Taiwan?
Oh, when we are planning a trip, we're choosing some places to go, right? So this is the most important. But when Taiwanese people plan the trip, they plan some restaurants they're going to visit. So when you start the plane, they say, oh, okay, we're going to Taichung, we're going there. So first we go this restaurant, dinner we go this restaurant, and say, okay guys, that's true. Like, what about some hiking trails?
I think it kind of changes as well, because now when we go somewhere, it's like, okay, we have to find the best restaurant while we're there. Way more than before.
Yeah. Usually before you used to be like, oh, we're just gonna find whatever restaurant. Now we like trying to find on Google Maps which restaurant has the best reviews and stuff.
I mean, now I do the same.
You can eat very varied in Taiwan. Also, I was very surprised. If you want to eat like we even found like some Russian restaurants as well. You can eat food from pretty much any place in the world in Taiwan, which I was very surprised of.
Before coming to Taiwan, I used to think that Japan was the most convenient place in the world. But now I'm thinking maybe Taiwan is actually even more convenient because you can find convenience stores. They have more convenience stores than Japan. The second thing is night markets. I think it's one of my favorite places. If I want to go to a new place, I will always like find if there's a night market, and then we can just like not eat too much and then just leave our stomach empty, so we can just walk around and we'd be like, oh yeah, this one looks cool, and we just like take a small portion, share, and then go to the next place, find another thing, and just try different things. But I think it's very, very convenient.
What was the best food you've tried in Taiwan then?
I like sweet things, so I would say bubble tea.
Bubble tea,
I drink almost 1 cup of bubble tea almost every day.
Whoa.
Almost every day, yeah.
What is your favorite brand?
Oh, that's difficult. Usually I just try whatever I haven't tried yet. Like I try to avoid the chains. If I had to talk about chains, I don't know, there's a one which is called Kebuka.
Kebuka.
Yeah, Kebuka. What else? Kanbai, but I think Kanbai is okay. It's like I also like Douhua. I really like that.
Oh, Douhua, yeah, I know. This is not bad actually.
But I'm talking about sweets. I'm trying to think about something salty.
I don't really eat sweet stuff. Taiwanese food being so sweet all the time is kind of against me. So all the very fresh food in Taiwan, like if you want to eat like good like sashimi, you can find it pretty much anywhere as well. And overall, like the food like in night markets is like very good. You can find all you want like all the time anyway. So
well, I can say actually the turkey rice. I forgot how you say this.
Oh yeah, the one we had in Chiai.
No. In Chiai they have a special turkey rice. I think Jirofan or something.
It's like Jirofan, but it's
similar to Jirofan.
It's similar to Jirofan, but it's like
there's a name. I think there's a name, but I forgot the name.
I forgot the name. Like you can look it up. I think it's like pretty specific to Chiai also. Chiai has the best one. At least. This was very, very nice.
Is there any food you don't like?
There are a lot of things I used to think that I was like, why would they eat this? And now I eat them on a regular basis. So for example, I used to not really like the smell of stinky tofu. Now I eat stinky tofu. Pig blood cake, I used to think why they liked it. Now I eat.
You really like it?
I would go sometime to the market and buy for myself and just eat it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Things like lots of Taiwanese food like seems a bit strange for us. Like pig blood cake sounds very like kind of disgusting if you hear about it. But you get used to the taste after some time. Like it's nothing that bad. Like people.
What are your plans? Where are you going to go next?
To Yakutsk, the city where we used to live like last year before we came to Taiwan.
Russian cold city. Quick remark. How many degrees there?
And when we're gonna be there, it's probably gonna be like a good -40 at best.
-40.
At best. The coldest city on earth.
Okay, that's cool. I wish you luck. Okay, guys. 谢谢你们来参加我的影片，我希望你们旅行的时候都平安。
好，谢谢。
OK，谢谢。
喜欢这个优质的创作者，就赶快去 follow 他哦！你有发现其他更具爆红潜力的影片吗？赶快投稿给达人秀吧！点击下方观看更多有趣内容。